Keith, we're going to do the CDT, Cheungs defense tactic on butterfly sword and application. Firstly, you have to know how to hold the sword properly, right? The sword, when you hold the sword, it's like you're holding a fist, right? And your first finger is on top of your thumb is on top of the first finger, and then try to make it the grip is very tight at all times, and make the sword as an extension of your arm. Right? In a butterfly sword, it's very similar to the application, and the drill is very similar to the Wing Chun arm drill, and the techniques are very, very simple. Right? Firstly, I want you to learn the stance. This is the neutral side stance on the Bajamdo butterfly sword stance. So we don't hold it like that because firstly, it's very dangerous for the one inside. Then, if you want to cut, you might even cut yourself because you cannot gauge from. So the slash, the strike, should be slightly diagonal, so the other one. You don't cut yourself first, and then the stance is using your shoulder lining up to the sword, and then you can see clearly it does not block your vision, right? Then you can see your opponent. So here, switch, right? And then if you're on the front stance, right? And then you back, and then you switch, front stance. Okay, and then if you go back on the front stance, and then back to the neutral side stance, right. You go back. So the technique, the footwork that you're using, basically front stance, neutral side stance, back step, neutral side stance, and then you step forward, you step backward, you switch, you go forward and backward, forward and backward, and then so you go forward, backward, forward, backward. With weapons, you have to watch the opponent's weapon, and also you have to protect, because even though the leg is, because anything that sticks out there, it become vulnerable because the weapon can do a lot of damage. So that's why the footwork is very important. Right. So, and gauging the distance, because when you extend your arm, 14, 15 inches longer, you are more dynamic when you reach in further. So you have to make that into account, and also the other person also can reach much further. So your gauge of distance also very important. So the first thing is to get the footwork, right? Footwork Now we're going to go into some basic movements. Firstly, we're going to use the tan. The tan is like the tan sao, tan do is like tan sao. It's going away from the center, going out the center of your body. And then you can use the tan and strike. Tan and strike. Right? So usually when you turn towards, you say if you turn on the right, you turn to your right and use your left foot, and then you strike on the center here. Right? So from here, turn, you strike. Turn, and you strike. Right? So you guide your movement with your eyes, just like in the Nam Tam Pat. Turn and strike. 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 Turn. Turn and strike. Turn and strike. Turn and strike. So your eyes are picking up the point that your sword going to make contact. Right? And then your eyes are going to guide where you're going to strike. Right? So you time with the leading arm, the leading sword, and strike. Okay. Or you can turn with the supporting sword. Turn and strike, right? So turn and strike. 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 Okay. What we do is from the neutral side stance, right? And then we block, jab, do, and then we strike. We jab, do, and strike. Jab, do, and strike. So we turn to your right, and we step with the left foot, right? Jab, do, and strike. Jab, do. So your eyes are picking up this point and the point you're going to strike. Right. Or if we switch from here, right, and jab do and strike. Jab do and strike. Jab do and strike. You can use the inside sword, right? Jab do and strike. Do and strike. Right? Jab do and strike. Do. Right. From here, inside sword, jab do and strike. You can step forward, just do and strike. Just do and strike. Just do. Or you step forward on the other side, do and strike. Do and strike. or you can do just do, strike, and strike. Right? Just do, strike, and strike. So you combine the three. Technique we want to drill is the gang do. The gang do is you turn, you make almost like a rectangular, and make sure the sword is facing outward. And then if you want to turn to the other side, pick up the bottom one first, and then gang do. Pick up bottom one, gang do. But if you start from here, you use the one outside, gang do, right? And then gang do, gang do, gang do, right? But if you're using the inside do to gang, then you're going to switch this one outside. Hang on, you bring this one down first, the one outside down first, and then gang do, gang do, gang do, right? So one, right, up, 2, 3. Right. So you can go forward, go forward, go forward. Then go backward, go backward, go backward, go forward, right? Go backward, right? Or go backward, change, go forward, change, your footwork, right? After the gang do, we can do a turn and a strike, right? So gang, turn, and strike. Gang, turn, and strike. So gang, turn, and strike. Right, so gang, turn, strike. Gang, turn, and strike. Gang, turn, strike. Gang, turn, and strike. So, gang, turn, and strike. Gang, turn, and strike. Okay. Now another gang do follow-up strike is you go gang, come from here, jut, and chin. Right. So gang, follow up here, jut. Right. Gang, gang, the other side, gang, follow up here. Gang, follow here, gang, follow here, gang, gang, gang. The next technique we want to run through is a Quan Do, right? Quan Do, right? See, when you do Gang Do, usually you move away. A Quan Do, usually you jam up the movement. So you step in a Quan Do. So this is the ball, this is the tongue. So you face, so Quan Do. Quan Do. Right. So you can put the Gang and the Quan together. Gang and Quan. Gang and Quan. Right. Or Gang here, Quan here. Or Gang here, Quan here. That's Quan. Gang, Quan. Gang, Quan. Or Quan, Gang. Come back. Quan, Gang, Gang, Quan, Gang, Quan, Gang, Quan, Gang, Quan, Gang, Gang, Quan, Gang, Quan. All right. Quan Do, you follow through with the downward figure eight, upward figure eight, right? So Quan Do, downward figure eight. Right? But before you do that, you push this. Give you some room to do that. Quan Do, downward figure eight. So downward figure eight, Quan Do, downward figure eight, Quan Do, downward figure eight. Quan Do, Quan, Quan. Quan Do, downward figure eight. Now we're going to do the upward figure eight. Upward figure eight. Downward 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 figure eight. Applications for Tan Do, right? So a strike comes in, Tan Do, right? and then strike here. So handle and slash, and then strike. Right? Okay. Handle, right? Or the other side. Handle, slash. On the outside. Slash, shut and slash, shut and slash, shut and slash, shut and slash, slash. Gang do, gang, right. Okay. Okay, the other side. Gang. Okay, and then on the other gang go here, slash, slash, slash. Gang, fill, slash, slash. Gang, fill, slash, slash. The other side, gang, fill. Is the quando, and then push it away so you give room for this one. Right, the other side. One. We're going to deal with a sharp weapon defense. To deal with a sharp weapon, you cannot put your arm in front. I cannot put my arm in front because you're going to slash my arm, I'm going to pull my arm away and give myself a lot of opening. So it would be either put your arms alongside your body or keep your arm close to your center here, right? So I'm going to show you, I keep my arm close center. And the first technique that I want to show you is in fact, is all the technique that we'll be using to deal with all different scenarios, all different situations. Right? So I'll show you how to do it. Right? Right, so that's a block, right? And you step out of the way. So from here, I step out of the way, arm break, move my right leg away, then I bring my knee onto this elbow here, and then I'm in position to attack this arm. Right, so you're here. So there's 4 main points that we're looking at. First one is straight arm. So I have this triangular block. And then the second one is the arm break. I'm getting my body on top. And I bring my leg away so that the knife does not go into my leg. My leg away. Right. And the third point is I kneel, and I might break this arm with my knee, and I switch, then I can attack. Right. So you go from here, you watch the knife, see my body, the side step, my body is not behind the blade, and then I have the strongest structure. The shoulder, the arm is locked up, right? And I stabilize this. I pull this away from the other arm so it cannot switch blades. And then I attack his balance. Arm break attacks the arm. So I pull a little bit to my right, and then I break this arm. I switch, and I can counter attack, or I can pick up the knife. Run through the technique again. Get away. Right. Attack the balance. Pick my leg away. Shoulder on top. So I pull with my shoulder and I push with my shoulder. So I do an arm break here, and then I drop my knee onto this, right? And then I switch, and I can counter there. Okay, so the technique on your own would be 1, 2, 3, 4. You switch, right? So it will be 4 points. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Come back here. Okay. The next one, overhead. So there's only 2 types of strikes. One's a linear strike, the one is circular strike. Linear strike, we can step away. Circular strike, we have to stop it. So a circular strike, here, same thing, the same technique I'll be using, and then I drop this knee here, and then so from here, stop, straight arm, triangle, straight arm, overhead, because you're bringing this knife across you, overhead. overhead, straight arm break. So it's the same arm break that we are doing to deal with this situation. And then, so it's the same technique I'm showing you, that you remember this arm break, this situation, this position. And then a backhand swing. Backhand swing. Same thing, you're already in position. Already in position. Stop. Attack its balance. Put this right leg away. And then you drop this, break this arm, switch. Okay. Over. Yeah. So from here, you stop. You still overhead, and then you still do this. Okay. So basically, you're using one technique, exactly one technique to deal with the situation. And then for overhead strike, here, same thing. Right? Or you can disarm from here, and then you can disarm from here. You know the arm, once you pin his arm, you can disarm. Right. So let's try again once more. Right. Here. So straight on top. And you bring this arm down, kneel on the knee, kneel on the elbow with the knee, and then you switch, or you can disarm from here, and you can use this. Once we know how to defend, then we have to know how to use the knife effectively and what to do with the other arm, the supporting arm. So I would suggest that when somebody strikes, you put the supporting hand next to protect the wrist. Right. So you got people that come from here, you can take this off and you can slide. Right. So from here, right there, and yeah. Okay. Right. So you take this off, and then you can slide. Okay. So turn the other side. So you look at the target area, the throat, the abdominal, the intestine, the stomach, the liver, and the kidney. There's a main target. And you can also look at, the ligaments on the inside and then outside, or even the tendons in the front. Right? And then for the arms, you look at the wrist and the elbow. This way. The main target. So you go from here, slash. Okay. So let's switch. So we would have you got slash, right, or slash, come around, right, slash, right, there. Okay. is the upward figure 8 and then come back. So you strike, upward figure 8. So this is in case they already hang on to your wrist, right? Then you, right? Okay, so you go here. Okay. So you make sure that then you. Okay. Another one is from here, you just come down, and then here, come down, and then you can go. Here. So you cut, and then you. So here, downward, and then you can strike. Here, downward, strike, and here, downward, strike. That this is to show you how to use the knife, the edged weapon effectively. So if I jam up here, and then I can attack from there. So I jam up, check, then I have an opening here. Right. So jam up, check, and I can. So if you say you come in, I drop, I check, and then I can. Fine. Check. So you're checking. So he comes across here. I block, and I check. So that's how you're using the arm, the supporting arm effectively. So it's coming underneath, right? So here, right. And so here. Attack, I block, and check. Right. And I can do a turn, then I can do a turn. So, or you can do it like this one. Block, check. So you get this arm to deal with. Right, so you attack the balance. So I do a turn to deflect that movement. Attack its bounce. Right. So attack its bounce.
One more same thing, Stephen?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, remember edge weapon deployment in the CDT come from Wing Chun butterfly sword. The principle very much the same. Firstly, you use the you're trying to exploit four of the most important things in fighting. Firstly, is to keep calm, control your heart rate, never get too excited, and be alert. And secondly, you know where to look, use your eyes effectively, where to get information. Thirdly, balance, trying to get your balance.